this material from underneath. I've already looked it up, and it's different. So I hand sewed it just a little bit here at the top and a little bit at the bottom, and the rest of it is just cut. And then while it was on, I just kind of pinched here and I threaded it, and then I pinched here and I did this, so they put these little pleats in. I did these this morning, and this one too, because it was kind of open. But I really like it. And it cost me, I think, like 40 cents for the material. So it makes me very happy. Anyway, and Samaj is ready. So we're going to come seated. And like I say, I'm going to go up here and talk up here, but I'm still talking to you, all right? Awesome. I'm so happy you're here. Samaj is just going to position us. Thank you. Oh, look, you can see the orchard now. That's beautiful. Yay. Oh, let me have a little drink of water. Let me just check my phone. I think it's pretty certain it's turned off, but I'm going to check it before we do that. There we go. It was not. And we can have some different music on before number 6. Just use the same album, Samaj. Thank you. Okay. Are you ready, Samaj? Satnam, and welcome to Angels. Stop, sorry. This is what goes on sometimes. It's not Angels, it's Next Level Kundalini. I've got it mixed up. There we go. Satnam, and welcome to Next Level Kundalini. Today we have a heart chakra set. This is the Kriya for opportunity and green energy. And so, as always, what we're going to do is get into it so that you can do it rather than talk about it. So come seated. Close your eyes. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhaling, sitting tall. Exhaling, allowing the shoulders to roll away from the ears. Inhaling, lifting up the chest. Exhaling, tilting the chin down, back of the neck nice and long. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Settling into being right here, right now. Rub the palms of the hands together, stimulating those 72,000 nerve endings. Bend the thumbs, bring them in at the sternum. Lift the chest, tilt the chin, Jalahandra band. Pressing those palms together, pushing the knuckles in at the sternum, activating the pineal gland. Hands neutralizing the polarities. And let's inhale to tune in. Namu Gurudev Namu Namu Gurudev Namu Namu Gurudev Namu. And inhale. Suspend the breath, relax the tongue, and exhale. Turn off the speaker, please. And exhale, thank you. We're having a little technical issue there with the speaker. Don't worry about it. It's a good invitation for practice. And Adgare Name. Let's inhale to begin. Agare Name, Jugagare Name, Satgare Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgare Name, Jugagare Name, Satgare Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Agare Name, Jugagare Name, Satgare Name, Sri Gurudev Name. And inhale. Suspending the breath, relaxing the tongue. And exhale. Taking a couple of breaths here. Keeping your eyes closed. Feeling into the sensation of who and what it is to be you in your trillions of cells right now. Setting your intention for this practice to open your heart, to allow it to give and receive, to be the magnet that you wish. And open the eyes. Now, I started hearing something. I hear something.
Hello.
Hey! Yay! When we were chanting, I was like, I hear something.
I thought so too. How are you?
I'm well. So what we'll do is, when we start, we'll start recording again. We'll go into the warm up, but I'll mute you then. Kimberly. Hi!
Yay!
Oh, Satnam, sweetheart, welcome.
Kimberly.
Oh, it is so good to have you here. I love it. So we'll get into the practice and then I'll say hi to you guys. So what I'll do is at the end of the video, it'll be like, we'll just take a little pause so that he can get enough to kind of cut it. But I'll come back to you. If you needed to go, that's fine. But if you have time to stay, then I'll come back to you. I love your whites there, Adi Sundri, looking very beautiful. Lovely, gorgeous. Oh, I'm so happy you guys are here. This is awesome. So if it's okay, I'm going to mute everyone now so that we can all breathe and we don't have to, it won't get on the recording. And I hope that you have a really good class and I'm coming to check in with you afterwards. I'm delighted I can hear you. There we go. Okay, you can move it wherever you want it, Samaj. Oh, that's your phone? Okay, that's cool, yeah. And so we can have some music when we start. That would be great. Yeah, thank you. Awesome, you guys. So we're going to go straight into it. Oh, you can't hear us? Oh, hold on. I think I muted me and not you. Haha, I muted me, not you. There you go, Adi Sandra, you're muted, and Kimberly, you're muted. There you go, you can hear me? Awesome. Silly old me. I'm much better at the yoga than the technology, but I'm getting better at the technology. There we go. Awesome. How can you hear the music? Thumbs up? No, they can't hear the music. Can we bring the speaker tool in front of the computer, not behind it, please? Well, I'll grab it. I don't mind grabbing it. But you can't hear things that are behind. Can you hear it now? Yeah? You know what, maybe we should not have the music. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, good thinking, but probably not.
That's what we said last time.
Yeah, that's what we said last time, so. All right, we'll go back to as if we just finished tuning in and make a start. So, what we're going to do first is come into rock pose. And just do simple rock pose spinal flex, so sitting on the heels. Palms facing in. Inhaling, coming up, chin comes back. Exhaling, chin down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling sat, exhaling nam. Let's go. Keep going, feeling that stretch in the lower back as well. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Truth is my identity. Fifteen more. And inhale up. Suspending the breath, relaxing the tongue, relaxing the shoulders. And exhale, come back to neutral. Place the hands in palms in each other. Keep the eyes closed. Beautiful. Now we're going to come legs out in front. Arms down by the sides. This is a simple one but hard, and that's body drops. So just inhaling, and as we exhale, just pushing down the weight into your hands, lifting up the body and dropping. Okay, got it? Okay, let's go. Halfway. And inhale. And exhale. Just take a few moments here, sitting nice and still. Eyes closed. I wish you were here to feel the breeze. Beautiful. Now we're going to come standing. So we're going to come standing without using our hands. So just come standing. We're going to come down into crow pose. So get the feet nice and wide. The toes will be slightly pointing out. And you're going to come down. Now I haven't got a lot of flexibility down there, so I'm coming down. Okay, arms are out in front if you can. Your heels are down on the ground, and you've got your hands interlaced. The index fingers pointing out, and we are looking into infinity. So just close your eyes a little bit so you soften your gaze. Gaze across the thumbs, and we're going to begin breath of fire. Let's go. Doing great. Keep going. And inhale. Apply more band. And exhale. Come down, come standing. Oh, it's getting windy here. We're going to run on the spot. So we're going to bring one knee up and punch with one hand. The other knee up and punch with the other hand. So I'm on some uneven ground here. And my skirt is long and it's got some thing that stops my knee. So I'll do the best I can. But you want to be bringing your knee up. As this knee comes up, this hand punches out so that it's... Hold on a minute. Hold on, peeps. There we go. There. I have shorts on underneath, so no flashes today. Okay, shall we? So we're going to run on a spot. One knee comes up, other hand punches, okay? Nobody says it has to look elegant. Just do it. Opposite arm to knee. La, la, la. We're going to get that heart working, right? It's a heart chakra sequence. So, of course, we're going to get it pumping. Even Samaj is doing it behind the camera. And exhale. Beautiful. Now we're going to come down. And we're going to come into Kundalini Lotus. Kundalini Lotus is where we have both legs out, holding onto our toes. If you're not familiar with it, it may take you the whole time just getting in and out of it. Don't worry. Meet the yoga where you are, and the yoga will meet you. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I got my yoga swing and couldn't lift myself, just myself, and now I can. We keep coming back to it, we'll get better. That's all we can do. So the idea of it, in my rocky, bumpy ground here, it's best if you have a flat surface to sit on. But the idea is that we take hold of our toes. Let me take my rings off. So we're going to take hold of our toes, kind of draw the feet in, bring them out. So focus. Take the legs out. And then get them as straight as you can. And that's it. You're there. Right? And some days you'll pop straight out and your legs might be straight, and other days it's more of a challenge. It's okay. It's all practice. So practice never has to be perfect. Practice just has to be done. Okay? And with practice, we will always see progress. So it will never let us down. So we're going to do that with some breath of fire. So taking hold of the toes, inhaling. The taller you sit up, the easier it is to get into your position. I lean slightly back and then let the legs out. Focus on one point. And breath of fire. Woo! See, that can happen to all of us. Like I say, I've got shorts on. So we go again. And this is what we do. And we smile. You're doing great. Keep going. Keep that focus. 15 seconds. And inhale. Suspend the breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale. Take a moment, sitting up nice and tall, close your eyes, breathe. You'll notice your body will do that for you. No instruction manual required. Gorgeous. For this one, we're going to sit on our left heel. Trying to decide which is my left heel here. Let me get untangled. And then put the right foot on the left thigh, or as close as you can get it. If you can't get it on the right thigh, which mine's not going to go up there, then you put it to the side. So here's mine to the side, like so. And this is proof that, you know, our social media is so full of yoga poses that are being done absolutely perfectly by, you know, beautiful looking models and things, and everything's perfect. We don't all have to be able to do everything, and we don't have to be able to do it in the prescribed way. As long as our intention is there and we get as close to it as we can, that is our practice. So please, please, please know that. And I'm here showing you, like, look, I can't put mine up here, and that's okay. And so with this one, we're going to sing Ong So Ong. Ong So Ong, from the heart. So hands are just here. We're going to close our eyes. Ong So Ong. 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 And inhale. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders relaxed away from the ears, breath is suspended. And exhale. Keep your eyes closed, but roll off of that heel, come into easy pose. Just place your hands, palms facing up on the knees, eyes closed. You know, if you're next level Kundalini, one of the things you know is that the most delicious part of Kundalini is this space between parts of the asana. These moments when, this is when our soul gets to whisper things in our ears. Okay, this time we're going to take our hands out to the sides. And this is where the green energy comes in. So green energy being the energy of opportunity. We always think of green energy being like money, but green is any opportunity. So as we take our hands out, we're going to visualize that the energy is coming in from the, I think it's, let me just check my, yeah, in the left and out through the right. So it comes in the left and out through the right. So you want to visualize your energy coming in and out through the right, and making an arc coming in over the head and out through the right, and just making this beautiful arc. And that's what we're going to do. So close your eyes, and we're going to do breath of fire. So let's inhale, and breath of fire as you visualize that energy going in. And inhale. Suspend the breath, apply more band. Breath suspended. And exhale. Inhale. Suspend the breath, apply more band. Sealing in all that energy we created. And exhale. One last time. Inhale. And apply more band. And exhale. Slowly bend the elbows, bringing the hands in. Palms facing up, resting on the knees. Taking a moment. For this next one, we're going to take our hands in Venus lock, so that means interlacing the fingers behind the neck. And from here, we're going to bow our head down to the ground. So this is our inhale on the way down, and we're going to exhale on the way back up. So let's go. Or as close as you can get. Actually, if you want to come on your heels, I'm going to do it on my heels. I think I prefer it on my heels. Make this an act of devotion. Bowing not only to the earth, not only to that which is greater than us, but to the teacher that lives within you. The divinity that lives within you. The God that lives within you. Breath long, deliberate. 3 more. And inhale up. Suspending the breath, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed, breath is suspended, eyes closed. And slowly exhale, allow the hands to come apart. Come resting on the lap, one palm in front of the other, and on top of the other. Now we're going to extend our arms out. And we're going to inhale, palms facing down. We're going to inhale one hand up to 90 degrees, 60 degrees, exhale it down. Inhale the other up 60 degrees, exhale it down quite rapidly. So we're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's go. Three more on each side. And inhale, center. Feel that energy you're creating inside of you. You can feel it, right? Pulsing around you. That's life force. And exhale, slowly lower. Just sit palms inside one another, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, we're going to come sitting back in easy pose. This is a 3-part meditation. So we start with our hands in Venus lock with breath of fire. It's going to be above our head here, so above our crown chakra. And we're actually working on that connection between our heart chakra and our crown chakra. And so we're going to feel like we're looking out of our crown chakra and we're above it. So our hands are interlaced in Venus lock above. That's breath of fire. And then we're going to extend the index fingers into a steeple. And this will be long, deep breathing. Elbows want to stay out. Well, actually, elbows want to come in. Elbows should stay out, right? And so we want to have this is how we want to look rather than being closed in. So that's the second part. And then on the third part, all fingertips touch like this, so you can see through, and there above. And then that's breath of fire. I'll tell you which to do, but then you'll be able to move into it without looking at me. So you know that it goes from Venus lock to just the index fingers to touching the tips of all fingers and thumbs. Okay? And we're going to do breath of fire, long deep breathing, breath of fire, and projecting out of the crown chakra. And we've got this in our meditation to do, and that is the Kriya for opportunity and green energy set. So I'm going to add one more in at the end. So let's come seated with our Venus lock above us. And eyes are closed, projecting out of the crown chakra. And we're going to begin breath of fire. And inhale. Exhale. Bring the index fingers up into a steeple and long, deep breathing. Keep putting that hand, readjusting it to go back over the crown chakra. It creeps forward, so I just move mine back again. If the elbows are comfortable, chances are you crept forward. Relaxing the shoulders down. And inhale. Suspending the breath. And as we exhale, bringing all fingers together, touching the tips of the fingers and the thumbs. And breath of fire. This is the last part. You've got this. Keep up and be kept up. Let's go. And inhale. Suspending the breath, relaxing the tongue, apply more band. And exhale. Slowly let the hands fall down to the sides. Feeling that gorgeous energy field that you are creating. Palms facing up. As we come into the last part of this Kriya, which is the meditation. So we've got meditation and Savasana coming up. Beautiful. So we're going to come seated in easy pose, palms forward, and bring the elbows in, and the palms are facing forward. You're going to visualize green energy, and we're going to chant Hare 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 Har, Hare 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 Har, and that's what we're going to do. And then we'll be going into Savasana. I was making sure I hadn't forgotten anything. Actually, I'm going to add one quick thing in before we go into Savasana. So we're going to do this, and when we're going to lay down to go into Savasana, we're going to do a giving and receiving, just a couple of minutes of giving and receiving before we go into final Savasana. Okay? Doing good live? My peeps are doing good? Awesome. Shall we? Okay. So come seated in the easy pose. Bring the elbows in, get those nice and tight. Get those palms facing out. You know, this is the energy, we're sending it out, and we can also receive it in. So really good place for us to be. We're going to also think about our navel pulse as well. You can feel the navel pulse. That's 2 fingertips down from the belly button. So when we've been doing all our breath of fire, you can really feel that. And when we do this, you will feel it. So eyes are closed. And as we're doing Hare, 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 Har, especially the Har, we're feeling that pulse, right? So that's what we're doing. Close your eyes. And let's go. Let's inhale. Hare, 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 Har. 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 Hare 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 Ha. Hare 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 Har. Hare 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 Ha. Hare 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 Har. 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 And inhale. Suspending the breath. Exhale, keeping the palms facing forward. Inhale, take the palms down onto the knees. Turn them up into Gyan Mudra. Long, deep breath. And try to keep your eyes closed as you bring yourself down into Savasana. We're going to come laying down, but actually what we're going to do first is a little giving and receiving. So we start with our right hand, take our arms out to the side, bring the right hand into the lips, kiss, let it go. Left hand in, kiss, let it go. This is the act of giving and receiving. Many of us are much better at giving. There's a lot of people who are better at receiving, but if you're here, the chances are you're better at giving than receiving. So this is a little exercise for our heart, and then we'll go into Savasana. So let's go. So right hand in and kiss. Blow kisses out into the universe. Slow and beautiful. Three more on each side. Last one. Beautiful. Now we come Savasana. Laying on your back, heels together, toes flopping out, arms down by your side, palms facing up. Everything totally supported. You can totally relax here. This is where your body's going to integrate everything that's happened. Allow yourself to melt into the ground. Let go of tension. And keep your eyes closed. But slowly start to bring your attention back to the room. Make little circles with your hands and feet. How delicious was that? I was just here in the breeze and the sun and the blue sky. Oh. Bend the knees, rub the soles of the feet together, rub the palms of the hands together. Stimulating those 72,000 nerve endings. Relax the feet, double up on the hands. Gorgeous. And bring those hands into the eyes. Oh, such a nice way to wake up. Take the hands away from the eyes. Oh, hello tree. Arms out to the sides. You can either bend both knees or bend the top knee. Take the knees over to one side, head to the other. Shoulders on the ground. And change. One more each side. And change. Bring the knees up, hands behind the knees, rock back and forth. And come seated. How is that? How is that for my live peeps? Good? We're feeling good? I'm getting a thumbs up from them. How is it for you? You can let us know down below. But before we do that, before we go, obviously we've got a little long time sunshine to do to close the practice. I hope you really enjoyed that set. That Savasana felt so good. Put the palms of the hands together. Bend the thumbs, bring them in at the sternum. Sitting up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders. Look how beautiful you are. Gorgeous. We're going to do long time sun. Let's inhale to begin. May the long time sun shine upon you. Oh, love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. One long sat, one little nam. Sat nam. We give gratitude and blessings to be able to practice and share these teachings with you across continents and oceans and sometimes just down the road. May the benefit of these teachings be dedicated to all sentient beings, and may we all know peace, love and happiness, always remembering to be kind, not only to others, but to ourselves and those we love most along the way. Sat Nam. There you go. That was your next level for opportunity and green energy set. It's for the heart chakra. It is the bridge between the earthly world and the divine. And there is a divine world inside of you, me, and everybody. And the heart is the way to get there. So may your heart open. May it shower people with blessings every day. And may you be showered in blessings. This is Shiv Charankar. This was Next Level Kundalini. I want to know how it was for you, and I'll see you on the other side. Sat Nam.